Thank you so much for spending a little time. I know you're like crazy busy. Everybody wants to talk to you right now.
It's a wonderful thing. I mean, this song, we don't talk about Bruno, has really broken so many barriers. I think even in language, it's just everywhere right now. And since Aladdin's song A Whole New World, it has not happened. 30 years. Imagine that. Encanto did it.
Don't make me feel old because I remember loving that song as a kid. A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes.
Dazzling place I never knew. Come on.
Oh,
But now
I could
from
go.
way up
Way
here,
up here. It's
it's
crystal
crystal
clear
clear.
that now I'm in. All right. Anyways, I've
Whole
embarrassed
new
myself enough.
world.
You're
I
trained. I
love
am
it.
not. We have so much to talk about. Let's start with the song. We're playing it on Kiss FM. This is wild. Like, this hasn't happened in a minute. It's just like a moment in time where we need to play the song because everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. First things first, I'm a dude, no kids, got a nephew, couple nieces. That's cool. I did not know why we did not want to talk about Bruno. Full transparency. Watch the movie. Now I know. But really, I want to talk about Bruno. I want to talk to Bruno. He seems like a
I
bro,
know.
like a bro. He's a bro.
He really is. I mean, all he wanted to do was help the family, and somehow his gift just makes everybody's life worse. So he just decides to be in the shadows, but he never goes away. That's the thing about Bruno. He loves his family so much, he'd rather be in the walls with the rats than to not be with his family.
Now, speaking on the song, since you brought it up, do we have anything from the Bruno Mars camp? Do we have heard anything? Does Bruno have something to say about it? Does he want to do a collab, like a remix? Is there any Bruno Mars thing that's going on in the world of We Don't Talk About Bruno?
I think that he would take it to another level. That would be awesome. Let us talk about Bruno Mars. Yeah. I would be so wonderful.
Well, listen, seriously, congratulations on what an amazing run this is going to be. I mean, you are like etched in the stone of history of Disney movies that everybody's going to go back time and time again, the classics, right? So, what for you does that mean? Did you know going into it that's what's going to happen? And how do you feel about it being here in February?
I loved The Little Mermaid. That's the song that did it for me in my career. I knew I wanted to be a singer after seeing that film and hearing that song. Oh, when I heard it, I'm like, I want to be part of that world. And so many years later, I mean, my career went and I did things with Pitbull and Snoop and Flo Rida and Sierra and Missy Elliott, and I got to travel the world. But that dream, it just kind of like I put a pin in it. And then I was like, well, one day maybe, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, this came out of nowhere, really. It was because of the casting director, Jamie Spare Roberts. She saw and she heard something in me. And I'm so grateful for her and her casting associate, Grace Kim, for giving me a call. And they were the ones that called, and they did not say what it was for. They just said, we would like for you to audition for an undisclosed role. And when they sent it in, I did my audition, I sent it, and then my husband was like, we should follow up because this was a 24-hour turnaround they wanted. And an hour into the, cutoff time, he was like, I'm going to do it. And he's my manager, Gabriel Candiani. And he was like, hello, I know this has a number on it and I'm sorry to call, but did you get it? And they were like, get what? It went to spam. Can you believe it, Brady? To spam. And we were like, dig it out of the spam, dig it out of the spam. And they did. And, if it wasn't for that little call, maybe I wouldn't be here talking about Bruno right now.
Probably changed your life. Yeah, amazing. I love that story. Your gift as a character, Dolores, is the gift of hearing little thing. You can hear everything. And I'm not gonna lie, watching it, I'm like, she's a little bit gossipy, a little bit gossipy. So I gotta know. Is that a little bit of you? Is that a little bit of somebody you know? Where is this inspiration from? Is it a combination? What is it?
I think it's a combination. I think in all of us, we have a little bit of a Dolores, you know the information. And when it's really something important, because if you think about it, she knew everybody's secret. So how many secrets was she not keeping? So she's not super tattletale. But when it had to do with the family, when it had to do with something that could be of detrimental essence to the family, she had to break secrets. But at the end of the film, if you notice, she goes, yo, I knew he never left. I heard him every day. She knew he was there. She didn't tell on everything, but she was the information specialist, I call it, because she would relay the information. She wouldn't add to it. She wouldn't embellish. She wouldn't take away. She would just be like, Abuela says it's time. She's telling you the information. This is what I heard. So,
You
and
know,
then a little bit more because she heard a lot.
you know what Dolores is? Dolores is, we always say the saying, like, if I were a fly on the wall, Dolores is that. You hear everything. You've got so much stuff that you've heard. Like, you probably, like, you can go on a talk show and just spill all the tea, right? So we gotta know real quick here. You got the song on the radio. You hear it on the radio. Don't talk about Bruno. It's a big deal. What is next for you? Like, I mean, now you have, like, you're the one that started off you're the first person to say, we don't talk. No, we don't do it. You're the first person. We do not do it.
No.
So what is next for you in this whole music realm, and taking advantage of this moment and time, and this whole great moment that is happening?
I'm enjoying the time so much with all the fans, especially on TikTok. That has been such a uniting thing, especially with the restrictions that we have right now. I would love to be on tour. And yes, I am working on 2 different records, one for Warner Chappell Production Music in English, and one that is a Tejano record with CHR and my label, Sky Urbano, with my husband. So we have those 2 projects going. And of course, I am working on other projects for animation. I just can't say it. I'm sorry. I am like Dolores. I have a secret, but I can't tell it right now. So I'm just crossing my fingers, and I'm super excited about that. So there's a lot I want to do, and keep working with this family of Disney that's really embraced me. And
Yeah.
I feel so connected to my character because she had to be soft spoken because everything was so loud. Even when she rapped, the way that Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote the part for every single character was so special to their story and who they were. Like, who Pepa and Felix are very animated, but then Dolores comes in going, hey, good to live in fear, Bruno stuttering and stumbling. I can always hear him sort of muttering and mumbling. I associate him with the sound of fog and sand. It's a heavy lift with a gift so humbling. Always left abuela and the family fumbling, grappling with prophecies they couldn't understand. Do you understand? But she's asking, do you really understand?
Wow. Blessed. Okay. Back to the movie real quick. The candle is there. It's up there. Where can I buy this candle? My family needs a candle like that because we're all over the place. We need to group each other. Can we get it at Target? Can we get this candle at Target?
I don't know. You know what, Disney? I think the Disney ears are hearing. Mouse has big ears. I'm sure they're going to come up with a candle because I would want one in every single room. I would like to dim it sometimes and put it really strong sometimes. Like when I'm telling my kids it's time to go to bed, I would like to just dim it down so they see that candle flickering low. I would love that.
What does the candle smell like in your imagination?
Vanilla and jasmine. Ooh. That came out really fast. I've never been asked that question before. Okay. But yes, okay. Vanilla and jasmine. That's what it would smell
like. If there's a part 2, we pray. What would be a new gift that would be just that would blow people's minds? What would, if you could pick any gift, if you were the creator of part 2, what would be a gift that somebody would have in the movie?
Traveling through walls, and maybe even traveling through time. So if something happened, they could go back in time and maybe change things. But then how would that affect it? Like how it happened that the candle broke and everything. What if in part 2, we would go back in time and that never happened? How would the family dynamic change? I think that would be kind of exciting.
So fun. Okay, so I got to ask for a friend because this is what we do. Asking for a friend. I don't know if you've read this the last couple of days, but there's some kind of conspiracy about Dolores that maybe you were the actual villain. Do you have anything to say about that?
Well, conspiracy theories. Dolores is a lot of very deep character. You know what? I don't know if she's necessarily a villain. I think she could be construed as such because she has so much information. But I mean, if she really wanted to take over Mariano earlier, she knew that he was writing in his diary every night. I mean, come on. She could have just been singing back his words like, I know what you're thinking, sweetie. I got you. She could have taken him away from Isabella a long time ago. But she didn't because she respects her, her cousin. So I think that she could be if she wanted to, but I don't think it's in her character to be a villain. Or who knows? Maybe Disney. I don't know. What are you going to make me a villain? I can go there,
Why did you do that to? Okay, that's fine. We'll continue our discussion online. Before I let you go, I'm a huge Disney guy. I grew up like with all the classics, right? Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Lion King. Like that was my era, right? If you could pick 4 Disney characters to put on your Mount Rushmore of Disney characters of all time, who would they be? Yep, 4.
Rapunzel. Oh my goodness, just 4. Okay, it would be Rapunzel. I would have to say Moana. I would actually have to say Dolores. I love her. And then Ariel, because she did it for me. She was the one that did it. So she would be first. Ariel would be first, and then everybody else.
Love you for spending time with us. Continued
Oh,
success.
thank you.
By the way, I'm gonna tell all my bro friends, yo, you guys gotta watch this movie. It hits you. It hits you, man. And if you have a message for people that are, you know, maybe a little adulty and they don't have kids, why should they watch Encanto?
I think that this will speak to your heart and your roots in a very, very deep way. It doesn't matter where you're from or where your parents immigrated from. You will feel connected to who you are at the core of yourself. You will find a deeper connection with your own family members, because how much do we really know about them unless we ask that question? And this film really gets into the core of that, really embracing who we are as people and why we should love who we are and appreciate the people around us that sacrifice so much to get us to where we are. And there is a lot about displacement that it speaks into this film, and touches a little bit about that. And it really hits to the heart of the different people who it took, of their sacrifice for us to be able to have the opportunities that we do right now. And so if you want to keep chatting about it, please do follow me on my handles, Adassa Official. And if you want an Encanto 2, it's up to you, all the fans, to ask for it, because Disney's listening. They're listening.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Like that's not going to happen. Adassa, thank you so much. Love you. Continued success. We're going to keep playing your song.
You.
We don't talk about Bruno on the radio, just like a whole new world. #1 song in the country. Congrats. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.